Shalom, ladies and more ladies. 1,500 wife or widow or female. Oh my goodness, it just came to come full of on my video. I was going to do a short on this, but I wanted to share. T. Davina, once again, Detox Tea. I just finished my week of this. I did a more extensive edutainment video on this, so that you guys can get an understanding of the benefits and all that good stuff. Ideally, when it comes to building health in the body, this is a wealth moment. You ideally want to do a detox once a season. At the very least, one every 6 months. Okay? I think I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I used to, once again, those of you who don't know me or if you're new, I did work for two doctors that were using non-toxic means to bring health and wellness to the body. One worked at the Advanced Chiropractic and Nutritional Healing Center of Crofton in Maryland, where Yolanda is actually there right now. It's holding it down. Dr. Lowe is semi-retired in, I think, Frederick, Maryland now. He has a website also. Then I also work with Dr. Williams and his wife, Phyllis. All praises to them. I have not forgotten. I'm going to surprise them. They had an office, 3 offices in Maryland, Rotunda. Yeah, 3 offices in Maryland. Stop, honey. Stop. Anyway, so I got to train with them, each of them, I still refer folks to their offices. Stop. So anyway, he just wanted to come. Okay. So I got to work with them. I did the chemistries. I've seen people heal firsthand. All praises to the Most High with non-invasive means. So anyway, and I also work for a very prominent, very popular button retail company, and then I also did multi-level marketing before that with non-toxic supplements and herbs and vitamins and everything. So you're gonna look at it. T. Davina, they actually also put a scripture down here too. Very, very cool. Anyway, so yeah. Back to the health and wellness. So every season, I'm just getting to the point where I can probably get back into my detox schedule, since having 2 little ones. You cannot detox the same or as aggressively when you or just had a child and all of that, because you're nursing and all of those things. So I wanted to share. I'm like, woo! So anyway, here's another cleanser that I did. I'm going to post my link below on the T. Davina, which is very, very effective. You will enjoy that edutaining video. Then, back when I was in Maryland, or before the life changes that took place, I was going to the Natural Products Expo East, which is like one of the largest retail trade shows where practitioners would go and you could get the inside scoop on new products before they hit the ground, or get new information for practitioners to take back to their practices. And I would load up, clean house when it came to full free sizes of supplements, detoxes, information. Just loved it. My whole car would be full. I would go once a year, full up. New natural products, foods, Ezekiel bread at the table, all the brands that you see around you. They would come in, they would send and ship their products. They would come to Baltimore, and they can't take any of that stuff back because that's money they have to use to ship it back. So they're pretty much throwing stuff, like full cases of stuff, in your face the last day. And I remember specifically this Indian lady that had this called Should. Now, I don't think they're in existence anymore because I really think they were such a threat to the system that you can't even find this anymore. A lot of the stores will actually do like colon hydrotherapy, and this was actually a modality that Dr. W would prescribe at the end of his detox program, which was about a month. as long as you stayed on track. We would do colon hydrotherapy to cleanse the intestinal tract fully, so that the villi would be totally kind of like clean, to absorb the nutrients in the foods that we're eating, absorb the nutrients in the supplements that we're taking, and you would feel just like $1,000,000 after that, on top of doing a detox and changing your eating habits and routines and everything. So, long story short, this is kind of like, if you can't get to a colon hydrotherapist, yes, they're going in the back door to do what they need to do. You can get a female, but we had a male and a female on that. The female, she actually passed not DeVarnish, but Whitley in Maryland, rest her soul. Where the whole intestinal tract gets cleaned out. Now, if you've never done one before, you'll probably most likely need 2 or 3 sessions with the doctor so that you cleanse properly. So anyway, back to this box. So this is like, if you can't get to that just yet, and you want to like, I want to do it at home before I go and have some tubes stuck up where the sun don't shine, you can do this at home, as long as you are, don't have any serious medical conditions. You still always want to talk to your original practitioner, whoever you might be seeing, medical doctor or non-medical doctor or something, if you're kind of like squeamish. But if you know your body and you're ready, this should cleanse in less than 2 hours. Now, they also combine it with like certain stretches, and you don't have to listen to like the Indian, what can you say? I would say do the silent version where you just follow along versus like the yoga and stuff. Anyway, I always stay in the consciousness of the Most High. So, and again, this is before that. So, anyway, this works. So that was another one that I wanted to share. We do get these saline packets and you cleanse fully. So anyway, that's another thing. But anyway, yes, back to cleansing. A detox every six months, or at every season. So if you're trying to, kind of do your thing at home, I will make sure that you do that, because it will help raise your vibration, help raise your energy levels, all that good stuff. In a nutshell, cut out the dairy, cut the non-complex sugars. If you're going to do sugars, use fruit with complex sugars that have other nutrients and vitamins with it. A sister had just asked me about some recommendations. Now, when I was pregnant, if I wasn't feeling well after the birth or whatever, I would again cut the sugar. I would add lemon or lime water I would do whatever your body weight is in ounces, cut that in half and drink that amount of water each day. Make sure that you check your pH levels. You could check your pH levels, but it had to be after 4 hours of fasting. I would drink that, cut out the high fructose corn syrups. If you like sodas and stuff like that, you can do other things that have like stevia or lightly sparkling water, things like that. There are, Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and stuff have alternatives that have low sugar content. If you're dealing with that type of craving, because it could be crazy after you have a child. I would make sure you can just get down, sweetie. Good old garlic to boost your immune system, and onion. You can make yourself a soup. Or not even really, you might want to take it raw, because the enzymes will help kill off, I would say, anything really that you have. If you're kind of squeamish about that, I would consider, I am not a medical doctor. I'm going to say it again, I'm just offering, this is not medical advice. Make sure you see a practitioner and be advised. If you can't get to a practitioner that does nutritional response testing and so on and so forth, then you want to make sure there's a person like that. Health food store wise, Whole Foods are your friend. I would go to a Holy Grail product called Keurig for immune support. It is a powdered garlic based supplement that is in a vegetarian capsule. I would take, where it says take 2, I would swallow one, and I would split a second capsule hold it under the tongue for a few, seconds or for a minute, and then swallow. And I would take that I would take that daily. Ideally, whatever you take before you go to sleep also will have the chance to really absorb in the body while you sleep and not have to fight through any other foods and stuff that you're eating. On top of that, okay, increase the water intake, increase the lemon and or lime water. Cut out the sugars, cut out the dairy. Make sure you do that because dairy causes mucus buildup in your body. And you can take the Curlet capsules really every day, but especially if you know something is after you and your family, I would keep it up until the joint is gone. So that's just a few little health in a nutshell there. I'm going to cut it here, but I just want to say, yeah, proud of myself for getting through this. And booyah, I'm coming for you again. So shalom. Create a great day. And I can put the yap in your paw, but usually it's for a purpose. Peace.